We nipped into Asda today, so I thought I'd show you what they had on for sale. This was a long sleeve t-shirt at £14.50. Then we moved on to a lovely raincoat. This was quite long, it's a bit too long for me, but it was substantial, very, very nice. Nice pouch pockets on the front, gold buttons on it. And I think this was about £42. Lots of items in the sale. This wasn't in the sale, obviously, but this was a lovely jumper with patch pockets on the front. And I think this one was about £18, if I'm right. Yes, £18. Some wide leg jeans with like a seam down the front of them. They were nice. Very wide though, too wide for me. But obviously they would suit other people because that's the fashion at the moment. Lots of wide leg pants in the shops. I think they were £24. And as I say, more jumpers, round about the £18. This jumper had a striped pink pair of pants with it, well, long trousers with it. I think they were more casual, obviously, and they were like a thin cotton. And there was another one with a green t-shirt, well, sweatshirt jumper, and that had a striped green trouser with it. I'd say that was nicer than the pink one, in my opinion. Very nice though, not too wide these. And I don't know if you've noticed, there's been lots of rugby shirt type of outs at the moment. These are nice because they've got elasticated waist at the bottom, well, a hem at the bottom. I nearly bought this one, but then I resisted and put it back anyway. They're actually £12.50, but it's a nice one, that one, and I'm still tempted, but we'll see. Then there were some furry jackets, you know, the thick ones, the bobbly ones. They were £20. They had a half zip on it and a drawstring at the bottom and side pockets. And then there was this spotted one. Wasn't over keen on this one, but somebody might like it. And I think that was around about the same price, yeah, 24. Well, that was £4 dearer, to be fair. Lots of other items in. T-shirts at £4. They were quite nice, all 4 different colours. Pretty with short sleeves. There's the variety of the different colours out on display. And then, obviously, there's these jumpers. There's lots of sale items, like I've said. This was a nice jumper. This was reduced from £22 to £10. I thought it was quite pretty, but it was quite short. And I'm not keen on the short ones because of my midriff area. But it was worth £10 if it was reduced from 22. As I said, lots and lots of sale items. It's quite busy actually because obviously it's half term as well up here. This was a nice jumper with metal buttons down the sides, well, on the sleeve seams. Sleeve seams. That was pretty. And then there was a denim shirt with 4 buttons on the front, 3 on the front with a patch pocket. And that was different, not like a jacket, but it was and that was £18. A leopard skin dress. I wasn't over keen on that, but they had some trousers next to them, and I think the trousers were £22. Yes, £22. They're more like a jeans actually. And I found this jacket. Nearly bought it, but then I thought, well, it's not, so it's hopefully going to get warmer. That was reduced from £28 to £12. Nice jacket though, short, but lovely. Seam across the back. Then I was nearly tempted again by this cardigan, but it was quite thick, but very reasonable for how much it had been reduced by. And obviously the gold buttons down the front and on the pockets, and that was reduced from £22.50 to £10. So that was lovely as well. Nice jumper. That was reduced from £18 to £9. That says adore, with obviously a heart shape for the O. Sweatshirts at £16. And then this one was £18, I think. As I say, lots and lots of sale items. They've got the trousers there with the stripes down the side. Well, the joggers. Animal print dresses. This was a black blouse, long, if you'd like to wear it with perhaps leggings or something like that. And that was reduced to £6. I was quite surprised, to be honest with you, how much was in the sale. This was a nice dress with a drawstring waist. That was reduced to £7 from 14, so that was half price. Really pretty items. Depends on how much you want to buy winter clothes now, because obviously we're hoping to get some good weather, please. As I say, more animal skin items. This spotted dress, at first I thought this was quite nice, but when I actually pulled it out, I wasn't keen on it because it had frills around the bottom. This was a nice outfit, a £20 for the jumper with the diamond shapes on it, and these trousers had been matched well with them. I think they were £18, the trousers, if I'm right. Some more leopard skin or animal skin trousers. These were reduced again. They've been reduced from £12 to £6, so another half price item. Lots and lots of trainers, all round about the £16 mark. They had animal skin ones, and then they had a spotted one here, which I thought was quite different. That's if you like to wear trainers. Obviously, there's the spotted ones. Different. Lots and lots of trainers reduced. There was some silver jewellery, well, all jewellery, gold and silver, but this wasn't reduced. This was all at full price, round about the £10, £12.50 mark. And then on the other side, there were some items that were reduced, and it says accessories from £1. There was a few earrings on there and a couple of necklaces. Not much, really. This was a nice little scarf. Well, it's a headscarf, actually, but it was silky material. And I think that was £8.50, if I'm right. Yes, £8.50. Oh, £8. Lots of handbags. Some were reduced, some weren't. Quite a variety of handbags, to be fair. And then these boots. I actually like these silver, well, like a bronze coloured one, but they were reduced to £10. But the problem was there's no way I'd get my foot in it because of my problem on my leg. All the swimwear's coming back into style now, ready for the summer. Some nice bikinis. Some swimwear, and they had a cover up to match. The bikini top was £12. Then there were some swimming costumes round the corner. They were gorgeous. Really nice. That green one was pretty. I think that was £14, if I'm right. Oh, it's £18, sorry. This nice t-shirt with the fluted sleeves. That was pretty. That was £8. And it was matched with these trousers on the actual rack. And they were quite nice. And they were £14.50, if I'm right. But they were a nice material. Oh, £14. Lovely dress there. In like a fawn colour with a belt, matching belt. Well, the belt would be a string, like a Hessian one. Some lovely trousers with bow tie on it. These were quite wide legs. They were pretty. And there were some other trousers next to the dress, and they were a narrower leg, and I think they were £16 or £16.50. Quite pretty, to be fair. And then I thought, I don't want to leave the little ones out, so I just took a quick video of the children's, well, the infants and baby outfits. Some lovely outfits and really reasonable prices. And what you do find is that when they get reduced in the sale, they're usually half price, so they're very, very good value for money. Some little jeans there for a little one, £7 I think they were. T-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts. Little sweatshirt there. £12 that was. Quite a lot of baby clothes. And then I moved over to the little girls' side. Didn't actually video a lot of this, but there is lots of variety and lots of different prices. And then there were some older girls' pyjamas, all reduced, nearly all half price. As I say, it's excellent. Then the gentlemen, this was a lounge trouser. They were reduced from £22 to £10. Lounge pants. Trousers as well. And then there was a sweatshirt next to these with a hood. Well, it was a hoodie with a zipped hoodie, and that was reduced to £16 from £18. So that wasn't that much of a drop. But it's still worth buying, if that's what kind of thing that you want. Jogging pants to match. They were only reduced slightly. Lots of gentlemen's clothes. Jumpers. Ideal if you want to put some away for next winter. Different patterns. Gents' cardigans here with a side pockets on them. They were reduced from, I think they were £15, and I think they were £25 originally. Had a beige one as well, button through. Very nice. As I say, lots of gentlemen's outfits, all reduced, jumpers, t-shirts. Then I moved on to the home items. I like these cushions. I actually like the yellow ones. I think they're nice and bright for the spring. And these were working out like a corduroy material, and they were £7 per cushion. So if you bought 4, it'd be £28, wouldn't it? So they're beige, grey, blue. But as I say, I like the yellow ones. Lots of variety of towels. Lots. All different colours. Greens, blues, pinks. The green seems to be very popular at the moment, doesn't it? There was throws. They were reduced from £11 to £11, and some hot water bottles if that's what you want. Actually, the throws weren't reduced. They were at a price at £11 and £13 for a larger one. And then a patterned one was £18. Different bedding, lots of different bedding. I actually have the waffle one. I bought that last year, I think. It was quite reasonable actually. I think it was about £20, something like that, for the king size. Still walking around looking at the toasters, etc. Things like that. £22 for that toaster. It was a patterned one. It was like textured black. That was £22. Lots of different kettles. The one good thing about Asda is they have a big variety. Some cushions here, they were unusual. They were more like outdoor cushions, really. That vase I thought was very, very pretty with the yellow flowers in at £16. I thought it was lovely, that. Some different cushions, sardine cushions, which I thought was strange. Striped vases. There was a sardine throw as well. Photo frames. This was the sparkly one that I actually zoomed in on. I like the sparkly ones. I'm into sparkle quite a lot. Lots of different photo frames. Wooden ones, metal ones, steel ones, glass ones. And then you've got the Highland cow ornaments. These were nice. Photo frames, hanging ornaments. A family one there with a little Highland cow on the bottom. Well, there was actually 2. They were £6. Some really nice items in the homeware. Vases. More vases. This was nice. I'm not sure if that £3 was actually for that, or whether it was for the little ornament, like a ring holder really. A tray, a tray for jewellery. Some nice vases again. They were £12. £8 for the cat's eye. I thought these were nice. They were like little miniature daffodils. I was really pleased with these. I thought, oh, well, should I get them? They were £4, but there was quite a big bunch. It was a substantial bunch. Back to the bedding again. And this was Stacey Solomon's bedding. This was the different prices for it. And the actual king duvet set was £24. Super King, 28, which I thought was quite reasonable. Lots of Stacey Solomon items there. This was just before we came out of the shop. Different bedding. The bedding that I've just shown you before, where I said it was £24, it's actually reversible, which was quite nice. There's Stacey Solomon there, with the little ducks. And this was nice again. Lots of different items. There's pale blue, which I think is beautiful. Various prices, obviously. They had mugs at £4, mugs at £3.50, vases. Plates were £10. I do hope that you've actually enjoyed that video. If you're my returning subscribers, thank you for coming back. If you're new, please consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up and comment if you want to. Thank you for watching Cozy with Kath.